I want to welcome to the program our president of our company, Flag Family Media, Steve Hallstrom, host of Steve Hallstrom Show from 5 to 6 over on our sister. Yeah, I'm not giving. No, it's 4 to 6. And also joining us in studio, he is the vice president and general manager of Valley News Live, and also my boss for rides, Ike Walker. Ike, welcome to the program, buddy.
Good to see you, man.
Every time you come to this station, there's some big announcement we got to make.
Hey, we're on a roll.
We're on a big roll.
Yeah.
Steve, I'll let you two take it from here. This is your brainchild, baby.
Well, it's a great day. And by the way, it's 4 o'clock at the other end of the hall. That's when the good radio begins in this building.
Wow.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Come on.
I guess I'm chopped liver. But
Yeah,
go
pretty
on.
much.
Sorry, Ronnie. No, we're anytime Ike is over in our building, it's a good day for sure. And there's a lot of changes that are happening in our building. We're excited about all of them. And one of the really cool things that's developed out of all that is a new partnership that we're announcing today. As many of you know, we, over the last 4+ years, have been managing WDAY Radio, this station for the Marcel family and Forum Communications. Very thankful for 4 great years working with those guys and gals over there. But the transaction to officially buy the station became official on Friday. We had the closing and had a lot of fun just kind of turning one page to the other. And so it's been a weekend of reflection, but excitement now, looking forward to what comes next. And one of the things that comes next is a new news partnership that we are launching today with Valley News Live and Mr. Walker over here. Ike's been a friend for a number of years and a humble, hardworking guy who just wants to do news and journalism right, the kind of people we like around here. And Ike's built something great there at Valley News Live, and we began visiting with them as part of the agreement. If people are wondering, the purchase agreement, it calls for the end of the TV simulcast with Forum Communications, WDAY TV. And so first call, it was not hard to figure out where to go because Ike and his team do a great job. They work hard. I'm on their website every day as I'm prepping for my show, getting ready because they do a great job covering what's happening in our community, the region, and the country as well. And over the last few weeks, we've had more and more conversations to put something together to not just replace, because it's not about just kind of filling in one piece with another, but really expanding and growing a true news partnership where we can share some resources and share some energy. So Ike, we are just ecstatic to be working with you and your team, some people that we know very well. It's a great day for us here.
Well, Steve, you're way too kind. I think back many years ago, when you, myself, and Scott, we were all just talking about, what ifs, and paths diverge along the way, and then we were able to kind of pull everything back together and get together and do this, and it's fantastic. I will tell you, there's no other organization in town that I'd want to be partnered with. You guys run a fantastic shop here. Your content's great. The guy who has the radio show at this time of day is just okay.
Yeah,
but
every business has to overcome obstacles.
YouTube, get out.
There you go. But you have a fantastic operation, and we couldn't be more proud to be a part of this journey. So thanks for the invite. Thanks for reaching out, and we just hope that we can continue to see things grow, and it's just exciting times.
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum and energy in our building. Not just the ownership piece that came together last week, but we welcomed Ken Duffy to our newsroom about a week ago, and Ken comes to us from WBAL Radio in Baltimore, worked at WTOP in Washington, D.C., the #1 billing talk radio station in the country. He knows good news, and he's jumped in and going to add a level just of expertise and experience that we've not had in our newsroom before. And so I think we're excited to see where that goes. And I know that you, Renee, your news director, and your team, you work very hard. And I'm amazed at, when I'm going around different websites looking for what's new, your team always has some interesting things that I hadn't seen anywhere else. And we're trying to be that kind of organization as well. So it'll be fun to see what we can do together. As I mentioned, not just the news, the TV news simulcast in the evenings, but also, look forward to welcoming. Your team has an open invitation. If there's a big story you're working on and you want to jump in, you've got my number, you got Jay's number to kind of preview something you're working on for 6 o'clock tonight, and being able to team up potentially on election nights and things like that, where 1 + 1 can equal 3.
Absolutely. Well, same back at you. I will tell you, and I think your listeners will come to notice. There will be this symbiotic relationship, between the two groups, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what actually even both groups can kind of learn from each other. I think that in the radio and TV world, we both kind of come at it from slightly different perspectives, but at the same time, it's just about doing good news, providing good content for the listeners and viewers. And I think that both groups are dedicated to that. And again, it's going to be a fantastic ride.
I think the fun part about this is that TV and radio, they are in many ways different worlds, and they might seem like they're apples and oranges, but really what we're doing on the radio is pretty much the same sort of style and the same sort of MO that you do on TV. You're just prettier than we are. No. So they put your faces on TV, and except Jay. Jay would do well on TV. I used to be, then they kicked me off. They said, you're a radio guy now. Yeah, yep. It happens to all of us. But really that's what I think is one of the neat parts of it, is that I think stories can be shared easily. We get how you guys write. You'll get how we write. And so it's while it might seem like they're very different worlds, they're not altogether different. You still want to do good reporting. If you got unnamed sources, you better have multiple ones, and you better be right. And all those standards that you preach in journalism school, it still applies, even though there's a lot of really weird broadcast news going on in the world these days. I know you haven't eased up on your principles and your standards, and we haven't either here.
Well, I'm also looking forward to just the other initiatives that we can, work on together. You mentioned election night, big events, severe weather, which we're going into that season.
Yeah.
It's not that far away.
And now that they're losing a bunch of people at the National Weather Service. So.
Yeah.
You're gonna that local weather's going to be even more dependable.
Absolutely.
And more needed.
Absolutely. And so, the strength of the combined, in a way, operations is going to be key, and it's going to bring the viewers and the listeners more and better content than what they've ever experienced before.
Yeah, we basically what we've done is we put our two newsrooms together and expanded. We'll have the biggest newsroom in the Upper Midwest, basically. Good sized newsroom.
I haven't counted heads lately, but it'll be a good
size. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty
one.
good size. But it'll be nice, if you guys, like Steve said, I give you guys, if your news people are working on a story or something breaks in the afternoon or morning, whatever it is, and we can get on, or somebody can get on and say, hey, here's what we're working on for the news tonight at 5, 5:30, 6, 10, whatever it is. So that'll be nice to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. What else we got to say, Ike? We're just happy about the day. It's an exciting day.
By the way, if you want to know, it
upward.
officially starts today because I'm told now that I have to get out at what time? What time do I have to get?
Yeah, you have to watch the clock now.
No, he does.
4:58:25.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, that's what it starts, 4:58:25. So we're taking the 5 o'clock, the 5:30, and the 6.
Yeah, so the 5 o'clock airs on KVLY Channel 11, and then the 5:30 typically airs on KXJB. And then we're back on KVLY at 6, and you guys will be with us for the full hour and a half.
Okay. What about 10 o'clock? Are we doing 10 o'clock news?
I think that's in the conversations right now. We wanted to start with something we could, get set up and knock down pretty
people
easily.
Are asking. That's why I'm asking. People are asking because we haven't brought that
there's
up.
been talk about noon and 10 o'clock and some other things as well. For right now, we're excited on the 5 to 6:30. But who knows what the future holds?
Yeah, I mean, it's great for a drive home. You're going to get up to date on all your news, and I know you guys break stories. And the nice thing with Gray Media, I mean, being with them with Rides now for a few years, is They also have that branch, Investigate TV, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you'll have access to that now on the radio, because I know you guys use those stories on your news as well.
Yeah, and Investigate TV, the actual show airs every day at 3:30 on KVLY. So
There you go.
yeah.
There you go, man. This is fantastic. I mean, this is a big change. It's a huge change here at DAY, and it's fantastic. It really is.
Just to be clear, we had a question about this as well. So the ABC newscast with David Muir, the national television network newscast, will no longer air.
That's correct.
Bye-bye.
But we retain the ABC radio news product.
At the top of the hour. Yep.
Yep, buddy. And people, appreciate you sending me pictures of the Valley News Live Tower. I know it's very tall. That was the tower. Didn't they send years ago shower crew up to the top of that thing? They had to be rescued because they were so terrified to come down.
Now, I'm not sure about that, but at one point it was the tallest structure on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
And it's now down to, I think, 6th or 7th tallest, something of that nature.
Yeah.
We were beat out.
What a
by
disaster.
Right. Yeah. Right.
6
we
or
were
7.
beat out by the Burj Khalifa in the Middle East.
That place is a
Abu Dhabi.
dump.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
And we've actually had some work done on it over the years that lowered the very top of it by a few feet. So we were in contention there. But yeah, I mean it's still crazy tall. And I tell our chief engineer all the time that when we go out to make a site visit or do something, you can see it from miles away.
Yeah.
But you don't really appreciate it until you get right up
there.
on it
Yeah.
and you're looking up at it, and it's awe-inspiring and frightening at the same time.
I'm trying to.
Good thing we don't pay property taxes by the vertical
Oh,
foot.
dude.
Right? Don't give them any ideas, please.
Yeah. Come on, Steve. What are you doing,
no
man? What are you
Oh,
doing?
jeez.
Yeah, I'm
Shame on me.
trying to find that story. It was years ago, but I can't remember if it got too windy for them to come down, or they got afraid. They were up there and they had to bring in a helicopter crew to get up there and get them down off that tower. They were not coming down. It was, I think, 2,000 some feet, right?
Yeah, so it's just shy of that, and it's so tall that when you go out early spring, and the snow is melted, and you look around the transmitter building, there are actually gigantic holes in the soil around the building. And I asked our chief one time, I was like, what's up with the ground around here? Well, that's because that's where the ice hits after it falls off the tower, because you'll have a chunk of ice the size of a refrigerator falling from 2,000 feet, and it hits terminal velocity, and it'll shake the building and the ground around it when it hits. So you don't want to be around after we've had a ice storm around here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations on both ends, man. This is going to be fantastic. Again, this starts tonight at 4:58:25. That's when it starts. You'll get an hour and a half of local news now from Valley News Live.
I wish there was some stuff to talk about in the news world. There's nothing going on these days.
No.
So my
boring.
word.
There's I got nothing. No. All right, Ike, the other announcement, we made it last Friday too, but the other markets we picked up for rides.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Do tell. New York, WNBC, New York. Don't play it. Damn it.
But we picked up New York, WMAQ in Chicago. We picked up Boston, another station in L.A., and I always have to go to my
Just start making up letters. Nobody will know.
yeah, and then Dallas.
WTPC and
Right now, we're seeing in over 180 markets. I've actually lost track of the number of stations.
It's crazy.
There's more coming.
That's
So
nuts.
yeah, pretty impressive.
Yeah, how many? What are there? 210 markets?
210.
210. We're in 180 of them. That's fantastic, man. You guys are doing a great job with that show. And Telco is just knocking it out of the park, our syndicator.
They really are, and they were able to lock all of this up in the middle of the California wildfires.
That's crazy.
They were actually on the verge of having to evacuate. They had all their cars packed and everything else, but they were still locking down stations for
That's
rides.
dedication,
So that's
baby.
I think we owe those guys a dinner
beer?
or something. Yeah,
A beer?
yeah, right.
A beer?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, thanks for letting us come on and share the good news.
You bet. Looking forward to it. Great news for us, for the community. It's going to be a really good teaming up, and again, we'll have our 2 news departments that are going to be able to work together, as well as weather and keeping you informed and keeping you safe in the community. So,
Yes, sir.
There you go, Valley News
Thank
Live.
you, Mr. Walker, for coming over.
Officially
Thank you,
on
sir.
DAY. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.